Welcome back, viewers. This is Dipsirat Kaur and you're watching The Savera. After India's bold and coordinated tri-service assault under Operation Sindoor, tensions are high along the India-Pakistan border now. But while fears of escalation loom, defense experts and global analysts suggest Pakistan's response may remain symbolic, limited not just by strategy but by stark economic reality. Here's a full breakdown what might follow this operation and why a full-scale retaliation may be off the table for Islamabad. In a calculated and high-impact military operation, the Indian Armed Forces launched Operation Sindoor, striking 9 terror hubs, 4 in Pakistan and 5 in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, using precision munitions. These strikes, monitored closely by PM Modi, targeted high-value leadership from terror groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Defense expert Brigadier Govind Singh Sisodia, who once commanded NSG operations during the 26/11 attacks, says the move was expected and executed with restraint. On this, first we have from Pune, retired Brigadier Hemant Mahajan, defense expert on Operation Sindoor, and the further consequences which can be expected.
A very good news has come that the Indian Armed Forces have struck training camps of Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahid at 9 different locations in Pakistani-occupied Kashmir and Pakistani Punjab. And the places which have been struck are basically various towns where these camps were located. There are 3 terrorist groups which are very active against India. One is Lashkar-e-Taiba, which carried out the Pahalgam attack, and Hafiz Saeed is the chief. Their camps have been struck and they have suffered a lot of casualties. Second group is Jaish-e-Mohammed. Leadership is Maulana Masood Azhar. Even his camps have been struck. And third is Hizbul Mujahid's Sayyid Salahuddin. His camps have been struck. Whoever was there in the camp includes madrasas, camp includes training areas, camp includes living quarters. So precision strikes have been done with the help of missiles, and mostly Scalp missile name is coming up. And these missiles have been launched from various kinds of platforms. And what you have to understand is that the strikes have been successful. Whoever is there inside, they have been killed. So to that extent, we have taken a revenge of what happened in Pahalgam. And for that, the armed forces have to be complimented. But what is important is we have shown the capability of surveillance, we have taken good intelligence, we have used a world-class missile which Pakistanis could not detect. The reaction time available to them was very, very less, and therefore we have achieved a fair amount of success as far as taking revenge is concerned. If one has been following debates on the TV since last about few days, there were many experts who were saying, no, this kind of an operation takes a lot of time, we may require months, so therefore people must have patience, etc. And there were another set of experts who were trying to say, we have not taken any measures, we are just whiling away time, especially the political variety. They are always cursing the government, saying, nothing is happening, you are scared, and you want to do nothing, etc. But they have all been proved wrong. There's a third set of varieties which said that Pakistan has nuclear weapons. So since they have nuclear weapons, you should not make them angry, because if they're angry, then they will start firing nuclear weapons at you, and the destruction caused by nuclear weapons, how much it is, one can imagine. So the political experts have proved wrong, the nuclear experts have been proved wrong. Another set of experts which says that India is not capable of taking any action, they have been proved wrong. And it's actually a very good kind of a revenge which we have taken on the people. And Pakistan in this case has not tried to retaliate. Otherwise in the Balakot strike and all, they tried to retaliate. In this case they were scared. Pakistan today is confused. And what we have to understand is that the targets which have been struck are also in Pakistani Punjab. Pakistani Punjab is in heart of Pakistan. Up till now we have been hitting targets in Pakistani occupied Kashmir. And all the names that you mentioned, Bahawalpur and Murid K and all are important townships, and the terrorist camps were located inside the town because they wanted protection of people who were staying around them, so that if somebody tries to target them, a collateral damage will take place on the civilian population, and then they can claim that India has gone in for has violated the human rights. So therefore, our surveillance has to be, our surveillance was very good, our intelligence was good, the targets were precisely hit, they were hit at night time where they expected the things to happen least. So therefore, a very good success has been achieved, and most of the terrorist infrastructure which was known at this point of time has been destroyed. And therefore, we are taken a revenge, and Pakistan now is started asking for holding a United Nations Security Council meeting, which means they are incapable of taking a counter strike on India. And also, of course, at some places, the artillery started firing. So that will mean further damage on the Pakistanis. Exact detail will come to know in a short while, but the fact remains that we have taken a good revenge by destroying all known infrastructure of the three major terrorist groups which have been operating in Jammu and Kashmir.
So how things will go from here now, and what should be the Indian stand and the armed forces stand from here on?
There are two levels at which we have to look. One is the military level, in which Pakistan can strike against us with the help of Air Force, with the help of their missiles, or with the help of the ground forces. As far as their Air Force is concerned, their capability to come inside appears very less. So they may use missiles, they may use drones, etc. But presently, they are appealing for peace, and they are wanting United Nations Security Council to get involved. So therefore, they possibly will not want to strike with the help of armed forces, and they would rather want an international intervention. That is one. Second thing is that at an international level, all the countries have been informed, and they have more or less supported India. So therefore, some people trying to say the world is not with you, world will not support you, world is like this, that kind of a thing. Now, without taking any permission from the world, we have taken an revenge. What we must understand is United Nations Security Council chief said, no, 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 India must show restraint. Well, we have given a slap on his face and say, yes, we will do what we want to do when we want to protect our national interest. There were many in Europe trying to advise us, no, we must show constraint. He has been shown, we will attack without bothering to take okay from you. And you are not the boss, but we decide as to how to protect our national security, or we decide how to protect our national interest. So Europeans have been shown their place. Similarly, the Americans were also advising, for God's sake, do not escalate, etc., behave in a mature manner. So they have been shown their place. So therefore, we have made it very clear to the world, to America, to European Union, and many others, including United Nations, that we will act independently, decisively, without taking an okay from you. Because when the terrorists struck in Pahalgam, they did not take an okay from United Nations or America or Europe. Now, why are you asking us to take okay from you before we launch any decisive action? So international opinion makers have been put in their own place, and they've been taught a lesson that whatever, this is a new India, whatever happens, we will take a revenge without taking an okay from the Western world as if they are bosses. To that extent, we have taken a good revenge and proved all the political analysts wrong, all the strategic analysts wrong, all the international opinions wrong, that we will do nothing. So therefore, all these so-called experts who are giving their opinions on various subjects, that this will not happen, that will not happen, have been proved wrong. To that extent, we have taken a very good revenge.
Analysts believe any response from Islamabad is likely to be symbolic, more for domestic optics than actual impact. The reason? Pakistan is cornered not just militarily but economically. Pakistan's foreign reserves are barely enough to cover 3 months of imports. The country owes over $131 billion, including recent bailouts from the IMF and a $2 billion rollover by China. A war with India, even a limited one, could financially cripple the nation further. The heightened tensions here may hurt Pakistan's access to external financing and worsen its already fragile economy. A prolonged conflict would drive inflation up, derail recovery efforts, and push the economy to the brink. In contrast, India, with limited economic dependence on Pakistan, may see little disruption in core sectors. However, increased defense spending could slow down fiscal consolidation. Now let's hear the expert opinion of retired Brigadier Govind Singh Sisodia from Dehradun, who thinks India acted with restraint by avoiding civilian or military casualties, targeting only terror hubs.
देखिए, जो एयर स्ट्राइक हुई है वो एक्सपेक्टेड लाइंस पे थी, क्योंकि भारत ने एक किस्म से बिल्कुल मन बना लिया था और ठोक के दुनिया को बोला था, पाकिस्तान को बोला था, दुनिया को बोला था कि हम जबरदस्त रिएक्ट करेंगे। और हमने वो किया, दिखा दिया कि हम 9 टारगेट्स पे चले गए। हमने इस चीज का भी ध्यान रखा कि कोई सिविल कैजुअलिटी ना हो, मिलिट्री टारगेट ना हो, ये इससे ताकि ये आगे ना बढ़े। अब पाकिस्तान पे निर्भर है कि पाकिस्तान इसको कैसे लेता है। पाकिस्तान एक बहुत बड़ी बेवकूफी करेगा अगर वो ज्यादा स्ट्राइक बैक करेगा। ये तो उम्मीद है कि पाकिस्तान वापस हमला करेगा, पर मेरे को जो लगता है वो एक सिंबॉलिक होगा अपनी पब्लिक को बताने के लिए, अपने मुल्क को बताने के लिए कि भी हमने भी एक्शन लिया है। ना पाकिस्तान इस हालत में है कि भारत से लड़ सके, ना उनके पास उतनी ताकत है। ताकत हम कहते हैं मिलिट्री ताकत ही नहीं, ना उनके पास डिप्लोमेटिक ताकत है, ना उनके पास फाइनेंशियल ताकत है। वो एक हफ्ता भी लड़ाई नहीं लड़ सकते हमारे साथ, और उन्हें पता है कि अगर वो इसको और बढ़ाएंगे तो पाकिस्तान और छोटा होता जाएगा। पाकिस्तान के हित में होगा कि वो इसको आगे ना बढ़ाएं और भारत के साथ और कोऑपरेट करे। सही होगा कि जो 26/11 के हमले के जितने भी गुनाहगार जो पाकिस्तान में हैं, वही नहीं और भी जो गुनाहगार हैं, उन्हें भारत को हैंड ओवर कर दे। ये उनके हित में होगा, नहीं तो भुखमरी आएगी, पानी बंद होगा और कल को कोई एक और गलती कर बैठेंगे, फिर मेरे ख्याल उसके बाद पाकिस्तान वो पाकिस्तान नहीं रहेगा जो आज की स्टेट में है। तो सिंबॉलिक उम्मीद लगता है कि सिंबॉलिक कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे, पर उससे ज्यादा करने की उनकी ताकत नहीं है। और उनके दोस्त भी उन्हें यही समझाएंगे कि भी गलती मत कर लेना एक भारत के ऊपर हमला करने की। और भारत ने बड़े सही प्लानिंग से किया है, मिलिट्री टारगेट नहीं हिट किए हैं, पब्लिक नहीं हिट किए हैं, टेररिस्ट के जो हब्स थे उनको किया है।
As India watches for signs of a response, the message is clear: precision over provocation. And the next move from Islamabad could either mark an end or open a dangerous new chapter. With the cost of conflict rising and pressure from international stakeholders mounting, Pakistan may find itself with few viable options here. Will diplomacy prevail, or is a symbolic gesture on the cards? Only time can tell. Stay with us for continuing updates on Operation Sindoor and the geopolitical fallout. Like, share and subscribe us through your social media handles and download the Savera app for real-time news.